Hey Eagles fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into the Eagles Report, and today we have some fresh Philadelphia Eagles news and a lot of trade rumors that are starting to brew here during the week leading up to the NFL trade deadline on October 29th. Before we start though, we are very, very close to 500 subscribers here on the channel. I would greatly appreciate it if you would go ahead and click the red subscribe button, hit the notify button as well, and throw the video a thumbs up. We are building here on the Eagles Report what's going to be, I promise you, the #1 Eagle show on YouTube. We're going to do all the best news, all the best grades, all the best previews here, and it all starts with you guys subscribing. The more subscribers we have, the more content we can do. So if you have not subscribed already, I'd greatly appreciate it. Subscribe right now to the Eagles Report. Let's get to 500. All right, let's start with this first trade rumor, which I know a lot of you guys might like. I would be all for it, but possibly a trade featuring Nelson Agholor. Now, we know the Eagles have shopped Nelson Agholor just as early as last week in the Patrick Peterson trade when they tried to take Nelson Agholor and a first, send it to the Cardinals, and bring over the Pro Bowl cornerback Patrick Peterson, but it looks like they're still actively trying to shop him, and NFL.com thinks that Agholor, one, will be traded before the NFL trade deadline, which I don't know if we're going to be that for sure. I don't think it's a guarantee because he's not really playing well, but a top fit for him, according to NFL.com, would be the Indianapolis Colts. Think about it. Frank Reich was the former offensive coordinator during the Eagles Super Bowl year, a year that Nelson Agholor played very, very well. We forget that he was great during that playoff run and really good during the Super Bowl. Some big, crucial catches. He just kind of has lagged off really ever since as he's been struggling mightily. But that would be a good fit for Nelson Agholor, and the Colts have cap space and they have draft picks, so they can make the move to help bolster Jacoby Brissett's offense, which is decent, but you have an aging T.Y. Hilton there, and Brissett's been throwing a lot of touchdowns, so don't rule this one out. But the main reason why I'm not going to guarantee it is because, the last 4 games for Nelson Agholor, 230 snaps, 7 receptions, 86 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a very, very crucial fumble happened just a couple of weeks ago. So I would like to see it happen. The Colts make a lot of sense. NFL.com thinks it's going to happen, but I would not be too convinced that a team is going to beg for Nelson Agholor. What do you guys think? Would you trade Nelson Agholor? I think a lot of people would say yes. What would you need to get back? Would you need a 5th-round draft pick, a 6th-round draft pick, a player? Let me know what you guys think. We try as hopefully get rid of one offensive player. Deshaun Jackson comes back, and then we'll see what happens. But Nelson Agholor is definitely right now on the trade block. How about this? This has been reported by multiple sources. The Cleveland Browns have reached out to the Philadelphia Eagles for Halapoulivaati Vaitai, Big V as we call him, in Philadelphia, because the Eagles drafted Andre Dillard in the first round. They are playing him at left tackle right now because Jason Peters has been injured, and the Browns need help on the offensive line protecting Baker Mayfield. So we can't confirm. Multiple of the big outlets have confirmed the Browns have reached out to Philly, but they've also reached out to the Redskins for Trent Williams. They've reached out to the Giants. They've reached out to one other team as well. So they're trying to go get an offensive lineman. And the Eagles, Vaitai, final year of his deal, this would make a lot of sense for both teams. And you would probably get back a 4th or a 5th-round draft pick, but you could also maybe swap for a player like the defensive lineman Larry, I think it's Ogunjobi is how you say his name, or TJ Carey, the cornerback. So you could see a player for player. You need offensive line, we need defensive line, you go for a swap like that. So this one, a lot more realistic than Nelson Agholor one. I wanted to get you guys here first on the Eagles Report. It looks like teams are calling at least one, the Cleveland Browns, about Big V. Will it happen? We'll have to wait and see, but you got Jason Peters coming back from injury soon, and you already have Andre Dillard, so this makes all the sense to me. Question, should we trade Big V? What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Would you rather have a player or a draft pick? You want to help right now or help in the future? What do you guys think? Let me know down below. How about this one? This one could be very, very interesting. There are rumors out there that the Eagles could be interested in Josh Gordon when he officially becomes a free agent, probably within the next couple of weeks. So the Patriots are going to put, really, Josh Gordon on IR, depending on when you watch this video, which means he could potentially become a free agent and sign with any team. Josh Gordon has said he's healthy and ready to go, and of course the Eagles need help at wide receiver, so it would make a lot of sense. Now, the question is, would he make a difference on the Eagles' receiving core? And, he was kind of up and down with New England, showed the flashes of the old Flash Gordon that we knew, but also couldn't stay healthy, a lot of times couldn't stay out of trouble. I think he'd be a great addition. I think you'd get him for cheap. And with the Eagles' current receiving core woes right now, not knowing when Deshaun Jackson's going to be back, I would roll the dice and go ahead and make a move for Josh Gordon if he becomes a free agent. What do you guys think? Do you want to do it? Would you be okay with getting Josh Gordon or not? I think the big kicker here is that the Eagles receivers over the last 4 games, Alshon has 21 catches and 230 snaps. Nelson Agholor, we already said, 7 receptions. Mac Hollins, how about this? Mac Hollins, 139 snaps, 1 reception for 13 yards, and then J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 25 snaps, 0 catches. The receivers have been abysmal ever since Deshaun Jackson left and has been injured, I should say. So I'd be all for any sort of receiver help right now, and Josh Gordon could be a very, very key piece right now with the Philadelphia Eagles. You can really throw in Antonio Brown as well, because Adam Schefter reported that teams are interested in Antonio Brown after the trade deadline. I would do my homework. I would meet with him. And if he's going to be not a locker room mess and he would be cheap, I would consider Antonio Brown right now as well as Josh Gordon. And finally here on the Eagles report, what is the cost to trade for Chris Harris Jr. going to be? Remember, we reported last week that the Eagles were very interested in trading for the Denver cornerback Chris Harris Jr., but all of us sat there and went, well, okay, so Jalen Ramsey cost 2 first-round draft picks, and the Cardinals wouldn't take a first and Nelson Agholor, so what would it take for Chris Harris? Well, apparently, the price right now would be something like a 5th-round draft pick and Ronald Darby. Like, that's it. Literally send Denver a young corner, so Sidney Jones or Ronald Darby, send him a 5th-round draft pick, and then you can get Chris Harris Jr., who's coming here in the final year of his deal. It's pretty cheap, and I know we like Darby, but even when he was healthy at the early of the season, he wasn't that great. Now, I do Sidney Jones in a 5th in a heartbeat, but Sidney Jones has been awful, so Denver might go, I don't want that. But that is what a Chris Harris Jr. trade would look like, so I figured I'd share that with you guys. That way you'll know what the cost would be if they want to go ahead and make the move. Remember, we've said the Eagles need to make a move. The question is, do they want to, sell the farm, sell the future to get someone, or can they wheel and deal and do a cheaper Josh Gordon, signing, or a cheaper Chris Harris Jr. trade or something like that? It is yet to be seen. But there you go. All the news and rumors for you guys here on a Friday. Hopefully you can watch this during the weekend. And hopefully we beat the Buffalo Bills on Sunday. We'll have a grading video reacting to that as soon as the game is over on either Sunday night or Monday morning. So again, be sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. All these things help out this channel because we're new, but we're going to grow. We're going to get to 500 by the end of next week, and then hopefully we can get to 1,000 here in the next couple of weeks, so please go ahead and subscribe. Again, all time we have for today on the Eagles Report. I'm Thomas Mott, signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.